What's going on, man? It's your big brother K-Rino, and once again, man, we are here for a visual version of K-Rino Radio. And man, look, I got a special guest with me tonight. I've been knowing this brother for a long time, well over a decade. I know we go back well
Yeah,
over a decade
it been a while. Yeah, for real.
easily. And when I tell you that this brother is the definition of a jack of all trades is since in the time I've known him, he's done a little bit of everything. From
For real.
rapping to running for office, now he's and banker.
Yeah, banker.
Full entrepreneurship mode, which he always was, but he's taken it to a whole other level, man, with exotic pop and a lot of other things that he has going on. I want to proudly introduce my brother, who I still call him Prez-D, but
Man,
he also represents in the corporate world by his name, Kirk White. So thank you for being with me, brother. How you feeling, man?
man, bless. Appreciate you for having me.
Oh man, no question, man. First, man, let's get a little backstory, a little history. Now you are originally, from Waco,
I'm originally from Amarillo.
Amarillo. Okay. Now tell us
Um,
how you got into how you made it to Houston, first of all, and how you got into the hip hop game, because some of y'all may remember him as Prez-D, and
man,
spitting that fire, spitting that heat. Tell us what brought you to hip hop and what brought you to Houston.
man, really, to be honest with you, um, hip hop always been inspired by, different artists like yourself from the South. Um, always been involved in hip hop, but I was a basketball player.
Mhm.
I end up getting a scholarship to SFA, and that kind of got me a little closer to Houston. So after college, I kind of bounced around to different colleges. I was putting albums out while I was in college,
Right.
you know, back and forth from Houston to whether it be Nacogdoches or Marshall. I went to Wiley College out there, but Houston has always been the mecca for the rap game in Texas. So I had to come to Houston. I had to.
So rap is what made you decide to make the move and come down and move to the H in the first place, right?
Yeah, the culture. This is where
Wow.
it was at. You
Right.
know, whether you from even my brothers in Dallas, like they come to Houston. You still gotta come to Houston.
Yeah.
Like and at that point this was the mecca of the whole South.
Yeah.
At that point it wasn't nothing but Houston. You know what I'm
So what
saying?
year?
Like
What year was this? What year was this? We talking.
this was probably 9/9/2000
Okay. Okay.
when I started coming down here, recording that Papillon.
Yeah. No question.
Somebody
No
calling
question.
me when I'm dang. Am I
Uh,
back on?
yeah, you
Okay,
back
somebody
on. You
trying to
back on. You
call me.
good. Yeah, man. And that's when I first started to see you and hear you. I would see your poster here and there
Yeah, yeah.
around the city, straight up. And then I was like, okay, And but see, I didn't know when we listed the list of accolades that the add college basketball play on there as
Yeah, I
well.
played ball. I played at SFA. I played at Wiley and I played a little JUCO.
Man, cool. So you actually, for those who don't know, when you said Papillon, Papillon is a studio in Hiram Clark, for those who might not know.
Man.
And it's the first place I recorded my solo album. And at the time, a lot of people was doing a lot of recording at Papillons. And he's an underrated engineer, legendary engineer.
For real.
And Prez, you was up in there doing your thing with Pap as well.
Man, I used to see all the posters, all your albums. I'm like, man, this was a spot. It was so much history in there. It's
Right.
crazy.
So, in as far as your rap origins, man, that what made you fall in love with your hip hop? Who were some of the artists that made you say, man, this is what I want to do. I gotta do this.
uh Public Enemy. Growing up, I that's all I used to listen to was Public Enemy, and then after that era, I started listening to some West Coast like NWA, and then Ghetto Boys, and I just started listening to more of our region and some of the Bay Area. The Bay Area kind of I admired their hustle, because you know, as far as the independence of the rap game, that Bay Area always had. They were always independent, similar to us,
Right.
with
Right.
the E40s and you know, C-Bos, and back then, you know, Master P, he was up there with them as well.
Right.
That kind of influenced me. You know, I had the record store and the flea market. The Master P, with him having a record store, kind of influenced me into wanting to do that,
Right.
to dibble in that for a little bit.
No question, man. We got to look at people that have made successful moves before us, and there's nothing wrong with trying to follow those paths and emulate those success patterns, man. What was, if any, what was the rap scene like in Amarillo when you was out there? Was it a scene at
Man,
all?
it actually was. We had a little West Texas scene out there, and it's still thriving. I try to bring them in. Well, I do bring them in. I'm usually, when they come to town, I'm the first one they call, and I've gotten people features with different artists out here, just trying to do what I could do. But back then, we had Lubbock. We had a cat named Mr. Coop out of Lubbock that was real heavy, real heavy. There was a few artists up there. Now, when I started getting into it, you know, we had Hastings music. Hastings, the capital of Hastings, is in Amarillo.
Okay, see, I didn't know
Remember
that.
that record store?
Yeah, no doubt. That's why I started
Yeah,
smiling. Sold a lot of records out of Hastings. Yeah.
yeah. So the main corporate office was in Amarillo, Texas. Like the owners lived in Amarillo. So that was one thing that we did do, because they'd let you do the consignments. So a lot of the local artists would take their CDs to Hastings. That's pretty much what we had. We had about, I want to say, 4 of them up there. And that was our hustle. That's what we used to do.
Wow.
Like all the artists in between, from Amarillo, Lubbock to Midland, Odessa, we'll hustle through Hastings. That was kind of our rap game.
So you like the OG pioneer in that region then, one of
Oh
them
yeah,
anyway.
I'm the first solo rap artist from Amarillo, Texas to drop a CD.
Wow.
Now we had a group that came before me that had an album out, but as far as solo rap artists, I'm the first one to come out from Amarillo.
That's history, man. That's huge, man, because that's something that can't be removed or taken away from you. That's historic, bro. See, because you educate me on things. I've been knowing you a long time, but you're telling me stuff that I didn't even know. And so, what is the scene like out there now? If you still are connected to it, or
Oh,
are
I'm
they
still
doing?
very well connected. It's thriving. I mean, it's a lot of talent out there. It's a lot of talent. It's not what people think. Like, it's a lot of talent up there for real.
Right, 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 right.
And it's crazy because even a lot of art, like shout out Showtime, one thing about him, I would always see him up there pushing and expanding the music from H-Town. Like he was that bridge for a lot of us in those small towns in Texas. He will be our first time hearing, like, artists like Zero and Trey and a lot of artists would be because Showtime had brought the music up there. He was the connection to them small towns.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, and what's great about Showtime, he's still on the road. He's still beating the road up.
Hey, I just loaded him up with like 30 cases of exotic pop, and he done made 2-3 trips back to me already.
And and it's funny, Prez, because Point Blank is the same way. He beat that road up, man. He get out there and I always say you got to be built a certain way to do
Yeah,
that
you do.
and establish the consistency year in and year out doing that, man.
And
So
I ain't gonna lie, with Showtime, and this is in Amarillo, I've walked into a home studio, and seen him doing features for like 3-4 groups, just getting it in.
that's where most of the love is, man. It's on that road.
Yeah,
It seemed to be a greater appreciation when people see you that they're not used to seeing you every day. You know,
right.
familiarity breeds contempt sometimes, man. But
Yeah, it does.
I want to definitely go into talking about the exotic pop, man. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to give people just a backdrop on your history. Like when when the old King's Flea Market was there and was popping it,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
you had the
man.
shop upstairs. You know, your shop again, man, the way you ran it and the way you conducted, it was always a vessel for local artists to come through, because you would get CDs from people, you would get stuff from me and other people, and give people who may not have been able to get into the big chains opportunity to get that stuff sold in right in the hood. So I remember you said Master P was one of the inspirations to that, man. But you know, we were glad that you did that. Is that something that you know, record stores are kind of obsolete now, but is
Right,
that
right.
something that you would kind of maybe want to remix and explore in some other form and fashion at some point?
Man, I'm really I'm exploring some opportunities with getting back into the game from another angle. Uh Maybe on the distribution angle. I'm just kind of studying it. I'm studying my brothers like Big Pup and all, all my other brothers is doing their thing. So I'm just watching right now.
No
But
question.
I'm definitely finna get my hands back in.
Well, you know what? We want to get straight into it, man, because a while back I saw this thing called exotic pop, and
Mm-hmm.
I just would see it everywhere. I was like,
Right.
exotic pop. And then I found out later that it was you that was the catalyst or one of the catalysts behind it, man.
Right. Right.
Tell everybody how that whole thing got started, just the idea, the whole conception, and how that came about with the exotic pop, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy because me and my brother Charleston Wilson, he's the founder behind it. Me and him met through the bank.
Wow.
I was his banker, but when me and him met, he wasn't doing it yet. He was pretty much like he was in the exotic car rental game, but he was getting ready to start doing. He would always after every transaction he would tell me about he wanted to do something with some vending machines, um, and bring sodas back from Louisiana. You know, so from there our relationship grew, and he started telling me more of his ideas and whatnot. I might chip in a few ideas of what artists I think we should deal with, and after a while it just started growing. He started coming with more ideas, more avenues start opening up, more vending machines, and end up getting our own soda brand bottled through Pepsi. And that's when it just started going crazy, you know. So it was just a blessing, and that's one thing I liked about, even though when I was working in that bank, and I know I would always see you running back and forth to the line getting the international, you
No
know what
doubt.
I'm saying?
That's right.
I would make the best out of it by, talking and networking with different people to, just seeing what people had going on, being, enjoying myself. Hey, if I'm gonna work this job, I'm gonna enjoy myself and network and learn from it, and hey, it created an opportunity. I end up getting with a brother that had a hell of an idea that's feeding, paying all my bills today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just, with me, once he gave me the idea of what he was doing, I just threw fire on it. I'm gonna get out there and really push it.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna get in them streets. I'm gonna pull up to all these video shoots and all the young rappers that's doing this. I'm gonna make them ambassadors. I'm gonna really push the culture. You know what I'm saying? And really get in there in the mix. So we just got a hell of a team over there. I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Man, that's beautiful, man. And I love it because it's, of course, because it's black owned, and I love it because you guys took something that was a thought in y'all's mind and turned it into actual flesh, man. And the people have gotten behind it big time, man. And you mentioned like ambassadors. I saw that you had Flip and Kiki and guys
Yeah,
like that.
Flip.
What are their roles, or some of the rappers you've implemented into the company? What are their roles in it?
Flip is a co-owner of the company.
Wow.
Yeah, Flip is a co-owner, and we have many ambassadors that help us push the brand, and we promote them as well. And like ESG, like a lot of artists, we try to really pay tribute to the legends.
Man,
You know what I'm
love it.
saying? And you definitely got to come to the warehouse whenever you get a chance. Once we got a lot of products that we're gonna start doing, that's gonna be, because I know a lot of people might not be in the sodas. We got health products getting ready to come.
Mm,
This is what got our foot in the door.
right.
But now we finna really start coming with more products like health products, and it's gonna be bigger than just soda. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, but and that's the goal. Something has to be to serve as the springboard to get
Right,
everything else going. And I'm glad to hear you say that, because that is something that people are gonna say. It's gonna open y'all up to a whole different group of people, of consumers. And
right,
y'all are being great producers of a product, man, that's just super, super high. I think I saw the warehouse online one time. I think y'all, somebody was there and they was going live in it, man. And it's a beautiful thing. So everything that y'all are doing now, is it all in-house? Do y'all have like outside investors, or how are y'all able to establish and maintain the control of it for y'all?
right now it's 100% in house.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, right now that's what it is.
No question, man.
Hey, it took
Entrepreneurship
a
at
lot of.
its
I ain't gonna
finest.
lie. Hey, first doing this, when I first left the bank, it was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you had, it was some day. It was some weeks. It was tough.
Right.
Starting off, you might go some days where you don't get no money. You know what I mean? But hey, we toughed it out, and now things are a lot better.
Well, also what you did was just exercise the principle of stepping out on faith,
Right,
because when you were at the bank, obviously, that's what people would consider to be a secure, steady, reliable job with a steady, reliable, consistent paycheck coming in. So to reach a point where that company that y'all started has allowed you to actually walk away from the bank, and to walk away from did you walk away, you walked away from the bank before y'all even got popping, right? Is that am I correct when I
right.
say that? Wow. See, that's fate,
Yeah,
man.
you
That's
correct.
fate. That's fate, man. What? So you said it was some days, it was some rough days. Explain, kind of go into
Oh,
that,
it's some rough.
and tell people
And
how.
just with the woman I'm with right now, she definitely was my backbone in that. It hey, it's you gotta have help. You gotta have people in your corner when you do that. Hey, you know,
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, what would you tell other people who would make the claim that they are aspiring to be entrepreneurs like you, that have that fear, like, man, I don't want to quit my job, man. I don't know. What would you tell them? Because that's what hinders a lot of people from being successful.
man, if you're at that job, like if you're somebody that's at a job right now, use that job to 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 catapult you out of that job.
Ooh,
You got to use that job to catapult you out of it. Like you, while you on that job, network. Meet people. Learn from the job. Because there's some things I learned at the bank that helps me and helps our company in this.
absolutely, absolutely. Beautiful, man. We are here with the one and only Kirk White, aka Prez-D, man, one of the co-owners of Exotic Pop, and again, a man who wears many hats. and he is educating us well on entrepreneurship. We're gonna come back to the exotic pop, but when you was explaining about you left the bank and you basically stepped out on faith like that, it made me think about some of the other things that you've done, like when you ran for city council
Yeah.
that time. I mean, see, I think that, bro, to commend you, it takes a certain kind of intestinal fortitude to go into all those different endeavors like that, man. Where do you get that from to say, you know what, if I just see something, I'm just gonna go forward and give it a try, man, with no fear. Where does that come from in you?
I think once I get excited about something, I just go for it. I was real intrigued, and a lot of my albums, like from all of my albums that I came out with, from extortion, impeachment, economics, the campaign, all of those albums, politics, all of those albums had that. I've always been intrigued with politics, you know, listening to brothers like you. I've always been intrigued with how it worked and why this happened, or why we weren't able to do this, or especially it just I've always been inspired by politics, or not necessarily politics, but just my people, or just helping, trying to put on for my people. That's pretty much what inspired me on that.
Yeah, and then and looking back on it, it's like it all makes sense. Prez-D, the president.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So it all connects together, man. What
it
is
was an experience. It was an experience. I loved it. Uh, but in order to be all the way in that, I feel like it's tough. You really, I can go on into it, but in order to be all the way into it, as far as being a part of America and getting into politics, I feel like you damn near you can't be 100% for your people if you're gonna be in that. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. There's something I always think about, a statement that Minister Farrakhan said years ago. He said that it's hard to be, I'm paraphrasing this part, it's hard to be righteous when you in politics, because politics is set up to please man. But if you're a person who is setting out to please God and to work for the people, it's not,
Right.
the two are not gonna mesh together like that.
It's not
So a
going.
person of
Yeah.
your kind of integrity, I could see where it would be hard, but my view of you, when I saw that you was making that run, I looked at you, okay, well, this gonna be one of the ones that go up in there and cause problems and raise the good kind of problem, cause good kind of problems for our community, man. So
Oh yeah, definitely. That's really what I was all about. And I just wanted to try something new and do something positive and maybe spark one of these young brothers to do something after me. That's pretty much what that's pretty much what we all should be doing. Just trying to spark that next generation.
without a doubt, man. Well, you definitely doing that, bro, because I think that once your story starts to circulate and get more known to the people, and they know all the things that you put your hand in, it will be an inspiration. It's gonna be like, wait a minute, this dude have done a little bit of everything. This guy has done a little bit of everything, and because we have to see positive people like you who didn't show fear and didn't show fear of failure, because all the things that you have said, they are avenues that could absolutely lead to failing. You might not make it, but that never stopped you. And now you just steadily growing and growing and stacking, man. So what's next with for exotic pop, and are there any moves other than just trying to branch out into different products? Is and what is the distribution like? Have y'all gone different regions or international? What's the plan for that?
We just closed a deal in Florida for more distribution out that way, and we just closed some deals in Louisiana. And with the Louisiana, we just signed Soulja Slim's son. So Soulja Slim, we're gonna have a Soulja Slim soda.
Beautiful.
We just closed this out this past weekend. Soulja Slim, be looking for Lil Webby. And the way we did H-Town, we're gonna get a Louisiana line.
Right.
A Louisiana line up.
That's beautiful. You got a bottle in the car that you can hold up? You got is it one on you?
I sure don't.
It's all right.
Not
It's all right.
In the trunk, I do.
That's all good, man. I think a lot of people who see it, they're gonna know anyway, man. You know, because y'all are really doing a great job, in my opinion, just for me on the outside looking in, of marketing and promoting the product. Who formulated the ingredients? Who came up with the concoction? Got a little freeze, y'all. Just hold on, bear with us for a second.
Oh, we on.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's all good. Did you hear the last question?
I didn't hear it.
I said, who came up with the concoction of the ingredients of the exotic pop? Who put it together?
We got a team. We got a team of chefs / cooks / entrepreneurs that, you know, we all taste tested and see, hey, this need this, or this need add this to it. So we got a team that does that.
Right, that's beautiful.
In-house.
Beautiful, all in-house, black owned. We love
black
it.
Black owned.
No question, man. We love it.
And if you tasted those cool cups, you know, we got those cool cups. Shout out to Cupcake Kitchen. They pretty much formulated that for us.
Nice, man. Nice,
and,
man. Well, let me ask you this one question.
Third Ward, you know.
Before I let you roll, I'm gonna ask this one question now. For those who don't know, you know, when I dropped the big 7, my homie Prez came through and blessed me with some work on the big 7 project. Will the people ever see you get back and put the rapper hat back on and get back and ever do some more music and drop another album at some point? I'll just bear with us for a second. I'm gonna ask him that again when we unfreeze. I'll ask him that question again.
I thought about a compilation.
Oh, you breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We break you free. Yeah, there you go. We back on. Did you hear the question?
Okay. I heard the question.
Okay, all right.
I've definitely thought about a compilation. Yeah. Maybe throwing a verse or 2 on there. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Doing a little spin, but really, I wanna unify and bring brothers together. I think that's that'll be more of my lane, you know.
Already
getting brothers like yourself on a song with maybe somebody you haven't did a song with, you know. Yeah. As a fan, you know, that's one thing I like to do. I might want to hear, you know, I don't know. It just, you know, I put together some different combinations. You know what I'm saying? I put together a compilation.
Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be anyway. You know, you put people together that people wouldn't expect to hear together. Man. You know, that contrast is what creates great formulas in music a lot of times for me. Just historically, that's how it's always been, man. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you coming on. If there's anything you want to let us know, any social media you want to promote, anything, you know, feel free. You go ahead. The floor is yours, brother.
Make sure you follow us at Exotic Pop, Exotic Pop _HOU. We got Exotic Pop _DF Dub. I mean, damn near every state in the country got an Exotic Pop.
Beautiful, man. Well, keep doing your thing. Much success to you, brother. And I'm proud of you. Like I say, I've seen all your progressions, man. And just keep going up, man. Keep going up. Blessings to you and the family, man. And then, you know what it is. If you need me, brother, hit me up. You know what time it
Hey,
is.
I'm gonna be hitting you up. You gotta come to the warehouse and shoot a shot.
Whenever you call me, I'm coming. Straight up.
Bet.
One love. Precept.
Man, one love.
All right.
Appreciate you.
The homie
Already.
Prez-D, man, Exotic Pop. Y'all make sure y'all go and support that. Y'all make sure y'all support all entrepreneurs, man. Black-owned business in the building, man. K-Rino Radio, we will catch y'all when we catch y'all. All right, then. More to come. More interviews come like this. And keep supporting, spread the word. All right, peace.